How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of a little bit of Westbrook up in his piece in the form of the Strawberry Shake India Pale Ale. Yeah, how about that? This was canned just a hair over a month ago. It is a 7% alcohol by volume, unpasteurized, non-homogenized, brewed fresh, so please drink fresh, India Pale Ale, brewed with strawberry, lactose, and Madagascar vanilla. Yeah, I like Westbrook. I like what they do. This can comes actually courtesy of Tavor. They sent me off a box of beer to review. I have received that box of beer, and now I am drinking that box of beer. So let's do that. Stop there. I'm outside, and it's very, very windy. You guys can probably hear that, so I need to leave a decent amount in the can so the can doesn't go flying away. Leave-wise, it's what Westbrook does pretty much on all their beers. As far as that beer looks, I mean, a little bit kind of darker than what you expect from like a milkshake kind of IPA, but we'll see. I mean, it is cherry based, so that can kind of affect the look to it. That head's nice and white. That's a good thing. Yeah, if it was darker, it could be like an oxidation thing creeping into the head or something like that. But yeah, I mean, looks like a muddled, fruited, new school, big ABV kind of hazy thing. Good nose. Kind of surprising here. Very, very soft strawberry. Very, very soft lactose and vanilla. A malt sweetness there. It's kind of merging with that like lactose to give you kind of a confectionery kind of sweetness. Not much as far as any hops. I thought it was going to be bigger. I did. But that could be a good thing. Especially when the vanilla gets out of hand on these milkshake IPAs. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just diving in. Cheers. I mean, that's a strawberry vanilla milkshake IPA. It's done pretty well. It's actually quite on the mild side of aggressiveness. That could be an oxidation thing, only because I'm getting I'm not getting like a big papery thing. I don't think I would, even if this did have kind of a oxidative paper component to it, because I think with all the adjuncts going on in there, that's strawberry, the vanilla, and the lactose, it would hide that. The reason why I say it probably has a little bit of oxidation going on is one, color, and two, the hops are coming off very English-like. A lot of these new school hops, when oxidation hits them and kind of deals them a blow, the hops don't go away. It's the juicy, fruity side of things that go away. Even the green portion of the show takes a dive. What you're left with usually is kind of like a tannic, bittering, kind of herbal kind of hoppiness, and that's kind of what I'm getting in here. So everything in here could be muted based off of what it would be fresh. Again, not an old can. Should be able to survive well more than a month and a week or so. But it's not bad either. And this is kind of like the weird spot. I guess not the weird spot, but when we go into these reviews, we try to be impartial. We try to rate the beer, talk about the beer, judge the beer. I don't rate beers, but you know what I'm talking about. On its own merit. Well, I've had the King Shit-a-Fuck Mountain strawberry vanilla milkshake IPA, and that's the Omnipolo Tired Hands one that they originally came out with, that kicked off the trend, like literally batch one I had, and it was fucking amazing. And that's kind of where I kind of hold all these milkshake IPAs up to that beer. And I had revisited it probably a year ago, probably less than a year ago, and it still holds up. That's how good it is. This is the second best one I've ever had. You know what I mean? So I think it's really tasty. I think it's really well done. Even with that kind of oxidative element in play, it's still really tasty for a couple different reasons. One, I think it's tasty. Two, I think it's on the lighter side of tasty. Nothing's overly aggressive. I like beers that way. Not a lot of people like beers that way. Apparently the birds fighting over there don't like beers that way. But it shows all those elements of that lactose, vanilla, and milkshake, and still brings that IPA, albeit a little bit more kind of English style bittering. I think it's tasty. It's kind of like, some people get so enamored or so addicted to lactose or vanilla or all those things. Or even on the fruit side of things, just fruit smoothie the shit out of stuff. It barely resembles a beer when they do stuff like this. This is still an IPA. You know, sure, it's a lactose milkshake IPA. I understand. It's blasphemy in some people's eyes. But it's still beer. This is still beer. It's not like a fruit smoothie that has beer elements to it. It's still a beer. I appreciate that. I like that. I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. I like it. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's close the book on this sucker. Yeah, strawberry's definitely there. Vanilla probably comes through a little bit more than a lactose. Lactose marries with the malt sweetness to bring a confectionery softness to it. A little bit of herbal, tannic, bittering from the hops there. Really nice mouthfeel. I haven't mentioned that yet. Soft, creamy, but drinkable. It's not super thick. Is this one of the better milkshake IPAs I've had as of late? Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore status? Even with me kind of waxing slightly negative about it as far as not being as good as the OG, it's close. It's not up there, but it's close. It's very tasty. I like the reserved hand on this one. I like the fact that they didn't get too aggressive or too heavy-handed on any side of things and let it be a beer that also has those kind of adjuncty elements to it. I think it's fun. Value and availability, no idea. If someone bought this sans Tavour, let me know the price. If someone bought this on Tavour, let me know a price. I didn't get a price list when they sent the beers off. And leave you with if you like what we like this beer. If you like milkshake IPAs. How about that? Dunzo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Westbrook right now. I'll see you next time. Cheers.